Hi everybody, I'm Kevin here at Midwest Photo. Wanted to take a few minutes today to talk to you about some really cool accessories for different scenarios that you might be shooting in. Today we're going to be talking a little bit more about the Godox stuff. We're live on YouTube right now on our YouTube channel. Normally we do this live setup on Facebook, but it's cool that we're going to do this and kind of cross-promote that on YouTube as well. So I wanted to go over a few different scenarios that you might find yourself in normally if you're these types of shooters, and how to solve those with some Godox equipment and some other accessories that I have here today as well. So the first setup I wanted to talk about was your event shooters. So myself, I've been an event shooter myself. I've also shot in studio, shot on location. But event shooting is a little bit different, whether it's weddings, parties, corporate events, anything like that. Normally, in my experience, I've had a little bit of trouble with shooting off-camera flash during these events, even staging them in corners. Your equipment isn't always safe. It's always nice to have everything in hand, and that sometimes requires shooting with flash on camera. Those results, though, can be great, however, if you're using different types of modifiers and you're trying to decrease that snapshot flash effect that you're going to normally see at events. So if you want to minimize that, let's talk about some of those products that we might use. So with Godox, what I wanted to talk to you today about was one of their best products that we carry here at Midwest, which is the 8200 TTL Pocket Flash. Now this flash is pretty modular. There's different heads that will be included with it, with the carrying case that you see here, and it comes with a battery that's going to have the capacity of about 500 full power pops. Now 200 watt seconds is a lot of light, so for an event this should last you quite some time, quite a bit longer than a speedlight would. That, and it's going to pack quite a bit more power than a speedlight, about 3 times the power of a speedlight, so you're able to do that. So first, just the base of the flash itself. Now you're thinking, how in the world would I get this on top of my camera? And you're not. The body of the flash is actually going to act much like a battery pack that you might be familiar with. Now normally this flash has different heads, like I said, that are just going to pop right on to the top of the 8200 and snap in like so that you can shoot it on a light stand. It's really designed for off camera. However, you can shoot it on camera. And how we would do that is, first we would need a trigger. So the trigger is going to communicate with the body. I've chosen here the X1T. This is a very nice, affordable TTL trigger that's going to allow for second curtain and even high-speed sync. This trigger comes in at only 46 bucks, and I'm going to have links to everything that I'm talking about here down in the description below of this YouTube video. And if you have any trouble at all getting to those products, make sure you visit our website at mpex.com. We're also here in Columbus on Silver Drive, just off 71, or just shoot us an email. We have a contact page on our website. We're more than happy to help you out. You can even give us a call too. So back to this, the trigger again is the X1T from Godox. It's a TTL trigger. This one's specifically for Fuji, for my Fuji camera that I'm shooting here. So I would just slide that right onto the hot shoe, and this is going to give me the capability on the back with a control panel. Kind of zoom over here to this camera so you can see there's control dials on the back. So that's going to give me the capability without having to get onto the body of the flash to control that flash itself, so that I'm not having to go on the back panel of the body of the flash. So how in the world am I going to get now this on top of here? And that's where this fun cord comes in. This is called the EC200. Now this cord's only 45 bucks. It attaches just like every other attachment on the 8200 right to the head there, and you can hear it click in. And there's a lock mechanism on the side. You can unlock it as well. So as it stands now, this is just going to be acting as our battery pack. We can throw this into the back of our pocket. It is called a pocket flash, so there's no reason we can't slip it into our back pocket of our jeans or over our slacks. And then here we have the opposite head. So this is going to act more like a speedlight head. And you can see here it's got a standard ISO hot shoe, but there is no pin on it, which is why we need this trigger. So it's going to be triggering the body rather than it traditionally triggering through a shoe. So after that, I can actually just slide it right here onto the shoe of that X1T, but now I need a head. So there's a few different options that I can choose from here. When you're shooting events, what I have found in my experience is that you're going to have a lot of walls surrounding you. It's going to be an indoor kind of thing, and if it's not, it's going to be outdoor, and you're going to need a larger light source. So there's a few different ways that we can work this. So the 8200 comes with a standard bare bulb flash head with that 200 watt second bulb attached to it, and this is going to fit right onto the EC200 side on top here. hot shoe. So now we've got a flash on our hot shoe. This is all going to trigger in with the trigger to the flash to the head here. So we don't obviously want to shoot it as is. It's not going to be very appealing onto our subject. So another one of the things that we have here is the wide angle diffuser for the Godox 8200. Also work with the 8360. If you have one of those, this is only 18 bucks, and it slides right onto the bulb itself. So now you have this omnidirectional light source that can bounce off walls. Here in Midwest, we live right by a train, so you're going to have to give us a second to let that train pass by. It sounds like it's going pretty quick, so we can jump right back in here. So here we've got a wide-angle diffuser. This is going to allow light to bounce all over the walls, all over the ceiling, and back onto our subjects nice and soft. But it's also going to give them a nice little catch light, too, because that light directly from the wide-angle diffuser is going to bounce right into their face as well. So if you did not want to go that route, say you wanted to go a different route, you wanted to go with something that you've seen recently, maybe in photo blogs or around the web, and this is the new Godox H200R round head attachment. And this is going to work, again, right on the body of the 8200, or you can get it right onto that EC200 head as well. Now, the beauty of this is there's a magnetic ring built into the interior of that flash. So not only would you get a modeling light with that, an LED that might help you with some autofocus, but in addition, you can buy the AKR1 kit, which attaches to the round head itself. So it's all magnetic. So if you need a dome, just like we were using before, it's a little smaller, but it still does work. Let's say you needed a dome and a bounce card, so you wanted your light going in one direction, you can have that dome and you can have the catch light. But let's say there's a wall on one side you just want to hit, you can swivel it right around. So that's the beauty of that H200R round flash head, is that you've got multiple accessories from Godox that you can use. You can use it straight on, and it still has a nice appealing look to it as well. Give your subjects nice catch lights. And again, that LED that's built into it, it's going to blast some light onto your subject so that you may have a bit better time with autofocus. Just a few issues behind the camera, but nothing to interrupt us yet. So that's a pretty easy and quick setup for an event shooter. And everything, like I said, mentioned here, those links are going to be down below in the description of this video. So let's say you're not an event shooter and you're somebody who's more like me, and you're more now on location or in studio, and you want to shoot portrait in studio or on location. That setup, again, can easily happen with these 8200 200 watt second lights. Now, if you're in studio, you may need a little less light, but outdoors, that's where you're going to need to pump up that power. We want to pump up those numbers, guys. So what we would want to do outdoors is we want to double up on our 8200s. So if you take two of these 8200s and you combine them, you can make 400 watt seconds. That's 200 watt seconds, 200 watt seconds, 400 watt seconds. Now, that's doubling the light, but that's going to give you an extra stop. So your outdoor shot that was f4, it could now be f2.8. I'm sorry, or f5.6. I went the opposite way there on my f-stops. So what I'm going to show you here is how to combine those two 8200s here. So what I've got here is the 80B2. This is a dual power flash bracket. It's going to combine two of those 8200s into 400 watt seconds. And how that works is, again, here on the back, you just have real basic connections to the 8200 where you can plug one in, and then you can plug another one in here on the side. And then just to flip that around and show you how the power comes out, you'll notice that there's no bulbs in there. But what you're going to do is take the bulb out of one of the bare bulb systems here and plug it right in. So you can take the bare bulb from the 8200 that was normally going on here, and you can put two here. So that's how you're getting that 400 watt seconds. The other nice thing about this is you've got two LED patches here that'll give you a nice modeling light, should you want to use this either as a video light or if you need a modeling light to show you where the light's going to fall. So outdoors, again, you have that ability to use two 8200s on that 80B2 for 400 watt seconds outdoors. And using high-speed sync, you should have no problem outpowering the sun whatsoever. Now, the other nice thing about the 80B2 is that it has that Bowens mount on it, so I can take one of these 95 centimeters, that's about 38 inches. That's the Godox softbox. Now, if you wanted to buy that with the mount and the grid, the softbox is crazy affordable. It's only $58. So you've got your two 8200s. Those are about $300 a piece. Your dual flash bracket, $59, and then a softbox, $58. I mean, that's a great deal for that much power. All in all, if you wanted to get everything, including the stand and the boom, I calculated that out to be a kit worth about $1,000. Now, $1,000 5 years ago in lighting did not get you that far, especially with battery-powered and TTL. Stuff like that just simply did not exist. One last thing I do want to talk about with some of those studio shooters or on-location shooters that are using off-camera flash or larger modifiers, I do recommend the X Pro from Godox. And the reason I do recommend that is on the X Pro you get a larger readout screen and a bit more buttons for control, so it's a lot easier to switch from shot to shot to shot. That I would say, and it looks a bit more professional, so that you're not using any kind of pass-through whatsoever when it comes to on-camera flash as a on-location or a studio shooter. So again, I'm just going to switch over to this camera to show you how large that readout is. So I can just simply pick up my camera, see what my settings are on my flash units, and then go straight into shooting. Again, great solution for your pro, in-studio, or on-location shooters that are using off-camera flash. Finally, I just want to overview a quick little setup that I just discovered a few days ago that I put together, and I really liked it. You know, I think we all watch YouTube. We're watching YouTube right now. Some of us, you know, may not like to admit it, but we do. We all watch these YouTube stars, these guys sitting in front of cameras, walking around, living their life, their lifestyle stuff. So you may have noticed on my camera I'm using a small rig cage. This is going to give me multiple different mounting points. And this next setup I wanted to talk about was more of your videographer or your vlogger shooter. So even if you're using video, there's still a solution with Godox. A lot of this stuff seems like it's for photographers, but no, you can use it for video too. Again, we're going to be using the 8200 with the EC200 extension cord. That way, you're not having to carry anything extra on your camera. Again, you can just throw it in your back pocket. But what's great about this is that I found the ADL, which is the LED flash head for the 8200. And I'm just going to go ahead and pop that onto the EC200 head and then get that on my camera. And what's cool about this is it's going to serve as a little modeling light, maybe even just a small catch light, or you know, if I'm doing some night vlogging, something that you won't catch me doing often, but in case I ever wanted to, I have that option. I just threw a mag grip on here from MagMod and then the mag sphere as well. And if I turn that on, you'll find that it produces a pretty nice light. I'll just throw this on here so you can get an idea for it. Whoop. And the nice thing about this LED head is it's got 3 different settings. So it's got like a low, a medium, and a high. So I'm still getting a nice quality of light. And with the mag sphere, it very much softens it on my face should I want to do that. So now that I've got this LED on here, I'm going to switch that off for you so you can still see me. I still need to get my mic on. If I'm vlogging, I need nice audio quality. Otherwise, people are just going to exit right off my video, right off my channel, and they're never going to smash that subscribe button. What I want to do here is demonstrate how cool this small rig cage is. So on it, you'll notice that I've just used my standard hot shoe in terms of mounting the light itself, but now I need a hot shoe for my mic here. So the mic, I could actually mount it on the side. There are 1/4-20s all throughout, but there's actually a little shoe right here on most of these small rig cages. I can still mount my microphone. You know, now maybe I want to add one of the Joby Gorilla Pods, and now I'm vlogging, I've got light, I've got great audio. Look at that. So even if you're shooting video, whether it's vlogging or maybe you're shooting an event space where you're capturing messages for the bride and groom or for the birthday boy or birthday girl, what have you, you've got a great solution here for doing on-the-go video as well. So again, there's a video setup with Godox. There is a on-location, in-studio setup for Godox, and there's even event shooting setups for Godox. So all of these products, again, today, guys, down in the description of this video, you're going to find links to all of those products. If you have any trouble with that whatsoever, visit our website, mpex.com. That's for Midwest Photo. We're here in Columbus, Ohio, right off 71 on Silver Drive. Shoot us an email, give us a call, check out our website. Let us know if you have any questions. Shoot them down in the comments below, and we'll try to answer those throughout the rest of the day, maybe even into tomorrow. So thanks, guys. I really appreciate the time. Check out these products again. Links below. Have a great day. Thanks.